Hello everyone, Karen Cecilia here. A bit tired from nomination day, but I had so much fun today it's not funny. Because nomination would not be good unless you're having fun. Well, I don't do anything unless I'm having fun, so there we go. It was a it was a strange nomination day. It was strange, it was wonderful, it was surreal, it was different. There were so many things different about nomination day in Kingston, at least the ones that I turn up at. And I figure that if I use the ones that I turn up at, as the measuring stick, I think it's a pretty good argument to say that nomination day was kind of different. I don't know if anyone would disagree with me on that. It was kind of different. So I started the day by hanging out first with my own counselor, Patrick Roberts, give him a lift, give him a vibes, and carry him live and stuff like that. It was a good feeling. It was a nice feeling. I mean, it is one of the nicest feeling in politics is when you're hanging out with the people that you and them have been in the trenches together. The people who you and them used to stone labor rights, or the people you and them they cross one side of the street and the other side they over the next side of the street, and nobody now meet in the middle to fight. Everybody just a chat. We a chat and a go on, and them a chat and a go on, and we fling up with hand and fling up with foot, and them fling up them hand and fling up them foot, and then bust out laugh and we bust out laugh, and then bust liberty and we bust liberty. And then at some point during the day, or by the end of the day, there's some dancing and drinking. And when you look, green shirt and orange shirt are dancing and drink because somebody win. And, and everybody has celebrate whether it's your team that win, yes or no. There was a time when there was that. And the animosity between the two sides in terms of their supporters was great and high at that time. But back in them days, it was kind of fun. But nobody never used to be so caustic about how we feel about each other on nomination day and election day itself when it ends. I'm specifically talking about those 2 days. In between, all kind of things happen that most of the supporters are not responsible for, because our leaders are the ones who go out and do some crap, and then when they do something that is terrible, it falls over on the supporters. Election day is marred by simple incidents, and nomination day is sometimes marred by some simple incidents as well. But so far today, I am pleased that it was basically almost about 80% misery free, an incident, and I would say incident free, but misery free. There were incidents, but there was not much misery. So after I left Patrick, we traversed up to Mulline Road and we did some videos. We took some videos of the young lady that is running in Agley Park. She had a good crowd out at Mulline Road in front of Tarrant Baptist Church, preparing to be nominated. So we passed a really large PMP crowd out there, and that was heartwarming. That was great. It's nomination day. We don't have to talk about election day today. We don't have to talk about the numbers today. We cannot start about nomination day. We'd have to go deeper. So we're just talking about nomination day. It was a good showing from the young lady. Very good showing. Most of the shirts we saw was her. It was hers. We never see any for Gonzalez, and we never see Dennis never come down yet. So I'm assuming that, them just never meet up yet. But it was a good show there. And we continued on. I wanted to catch a deputy mayor nomination. I really was trying to catch that nomination for the mere fact that my intention was to go and support Jennifer Clark, who is the mother of my wonderfully handsome and brilliant godson. So I thought to myself, when I decided I'm going to show Jennifer some support, that I would go and see the deputy mayor get nominated first and then just move right on up to Jennifer, as she's also heading in the same direction to get nominated. We were a little late, the deputy mayor got nominated, but we were fortunate enough to catch them going back up. And the going back up is not only the order in which it was Patrick Roberts' crew. Let me go back a bit. Patrick Roberts' crew was moving in tandem with him. The walk from Seward Drive down to Mall Road Square was a well coordinated walk, incident free. No quarrel, no fight. Who not chat to them one another, dance for them one another. Who did vex from 3-5 years ago, a bounce for them one and a boom off face and a dance to my father Barney. It was just a wonderful thing to observe, and it appears that at some of the PMP functions we reclaimed the song My Father Barney. But that song can only be played at some PMP functions. Only some PMP people can reclaim that song. So at the deputy mayor thing, they were going up, and I catch up with him, say a few words on the live, and then the people that came with him were also moving in tandem with him in peace. And I mean, everybody was just on a roll and on a ball, as if it was purposeful. It was as if it was a purposeful thing, as if they agreed that this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to look, and this is how we're going to display and conduct ourselves. Like it was a purposeful, organized way. Not only organizing the marching band and the crew to come, but organize how they are going to behave. It was a striking thing to observe. And you also saw that on the live. I apologize for how some of the live video looking. I don't know what happened with it. I guess the whole thing just happened because of my excitement of doing the live, my excitement about YouTubing and doing a nomination live while I'm YouTubing. So that I don't know. I might have touched something. I don't know, but I apologize for the quality of the videos. And that after we left him, I went up to Jennifer, show some support to my comrade sister, Jennifer, and got to see my godson, whom I have not seen since might have been October or thereabouts. So was good to see him and get to hug him and kiss him. And I saw Comrade Katie Knight, who was there supporting Jennifer as well. It was great to see Comrade Knight. I saw the big man them from Grand Spain Ends giving Jennifer a nice like a strength, supporting her, and sharing them all in her vibes and all of that. And that went well. Then they drove out and went. In that up by Jennifer there, I saw the regional secretary, Carl Kirkland. I don't know if I should call him Comrade Carl Kirkland. Yes, I should. He said Comrade Cross. Comrade Cross, good morning. How are you? He did. He said Comrade Cross. So let me say Comrade Carl Kirkland, the regional secretary. And we, exchanged pleasantries, and I attempted to do a little thing. I said, so how are you? And him talk, and I said, how things, how we stay, how we feel. And him say, we're ready. I mean, I expected him to say time come, but maybe nobody don't know what time come for, and maybe nobody don't know what that mean, and maybe because them get so ridiculed about the whole time come thing, and maybe nobody say it. So I said, our thing, and him said, we're ready, and I said, ready for what? And he was stuck. The regional secretary was stuck. I said, ready for what? And he was not ready to answer. He was not ready for the question. He didn't know what him ready for. Him just use it because it's something to use. Yeah, man, we're ready. Ready for what? And I'm going to show you a snippet of that video. I mean, him was just stumped. The regional secretary was stumped because him could answer ready for what? And we were there for a little while, lending Jennifer some support, staying with her. After which, I ventured to the most important event of the day. The most important nomination of the day, of course, was the nomination of Venetia Phillips, Comrade Venetia Phillips, and her nomination as the newly minted Jamaica Labour Party candidate for the Papine division. And I thought that I said to myself yesterday that that is going to be the highlight of the day. And I got to be there. I have to see this. I have to see Venetia. I have to talk to her. I have to see the vibes. I have to go into the space. I have to feel what's going on there. And I can't even begin to tell you how that day was. Those moments there. The laborites were in a happy, jolly mood. And once again, I get the feeling from that organized group of laborites down at Mona High School that it was a purposeful thing, that they were organized and basically quiet and making them nice about everything, but about them partying, about their own anxiousness for this and their own confidence in terms of them winning. It was that. But there was also the matter of them being, you know, somewhat organized in their behavior. It was a strange thing, I tell you. Well, let me not use the word strange. Maybe the word strange is the word to use. But it was indeed some kind of something was going on, so to speak, as if they met and as if they said to each other, or the leader said to them, listen, we have this thing in the bag and we expect everybody to behave with a little bit of decorum, enjoy yourself, doing a thing, but certain behavior is expected. It appears that to me. I don't know if that is what they did, but that is how I am coining it because of what I witnessed. And I had a jolly good time down there with the laborites. Of course, a number of them love me. I don't know what that love is, but I appreciate their love and appreciate the way they treated me. I appreciated the way that they spoke to me and the things that they were saying. I appreciate the way that they were not just being laborites and they were not being tribal, but they were in a particular mood where they are saying, yeah, we're laborite, but we're also defending our country and defending what is right and defending what is wrong. And they were in that mode as well. There was a woman, for example, who was talking to me and telling me about how we need our two-party system, how the PMP is not an opposition, and how Jamaica only works when we have the two-party system working. So these are laborites saying this to me. And I mean, it struck me in a deep kind of way that this used to be a talking point for the PMP, but not only a talking point. It used to be something that we not only say, but something that we practiced. It was part of our makeup. It was part of our being, that this is what we do, you know. And now I am looking at the faces of the people also at Mona High School. These were the average age of a majority of the crowd was about 35, maybe up to 40, the average age of the majority, because I scoped the entire line from top to bottom. And I see the old timers, them, I see the regulars, them, I see the veterans, them. But a vast majority of that group at Mona High was made up of people in mid to high 30s. And that was also striking to me. But you know what was more striking? What was more striking is my recognition of PMP people. PMP people, and I'm not playing with you. My recognition of PMP people in them green shirt supporting Venetia. They saw me, I saw them. We never need to say nothing about Ray or Tay. They just acknowledge me and I acknowledge them, because this is how it is now. This is a state of play. And when I saw maybe the first two or three, and I said, and one time, Princess came over to me and said, you don't know that the girl over there, say, or you don't know that guy there over there. So I said, yes, Princess, leave the people alone. You don't know. I know them, you know them. Just move on. Because these are PMP people in them Venetia Phillips green t-shirt and then Venetia Phillips green hat. Well, one had on a hat, one had on a t-shirt, and that them there for Venetia. There were also PMP people in them orange, over in the schoolyard. Well, one or two in orange, but them wear them orange and them wear to work. Yeah, it's just a light orange that don't look too much like orange. Or PNP people in plain clothes in the schoolyard who was also shouting out to tell Venetia, we support you. That's why you listen to me, you know. People who are PNP people, them not only in them green shirt and them green hat and them there in them Venetia shirt and them support the Venetia, there are also PNP people in the yard of the schoolyard in plain clothes and one or I think maybe two of them in some semblance of orange. Don't look too orange, but it's orange. That I think they probably work in the school because they were inside the school at the fence when Venetia got nominated and came out and they came up to the fence and them called her and she went over to them and I'm just observing. I'm not videotaping. I'm just observing. And I said, we support you. You have my support. Me I tell you, you have my support. Me I pay people, you have my support. And it is striking for me. It is very, very striking. I mean, it is something that, I mean, I know it is out there. I know that it is out there that PNP people feel like them don't must support the people that the PNP put up there. And Darrington had a good showing by all accounts. He did. I wasn't there, but I joined their motorcade afterwards. I'll tell you about that shortly. So here was PNP people telling Venetia that them support her. And there was Venetia marching down, coming down the road with her crew. There was a whole heap of bike guys. Half of them are PNP. I mean, fresh PNP. Half of them are PNP, next half of them are hardcore labor rights. And them know them wanted and them roll together and them conduct them own business together, whatever it is that them do together. And them out there in support. Nobody now ray. You know, hear no. You know, bad blood. You know, cussing. You know, ray. I didn't hear that either in the PNP crew. I didn't hear that either in the PNP crew. There's a level of, there's a kind of somberness, a sobering attitude towards this nomination day, coming from both party supporters. Sobering, a recognition of where we are now. People recognizing what the politics is, where the politics is, and what their role is in the politics. There was that kind of feeling that was going on this nomination day. Like people understand where we're at. And that is something to celebrate. It's a big jump in the psyche of our Jamaican voters, both PNP and JLP, recognizing within themselves that there's something else going on that they are the major part of. This is not about Mark Golding, it's not about Andrew Holness, it is about them. Them seem to relax in themselves and know, say, it's that. Them out there supporting them candidate. Them out there nominating them candidate, being there for their candidate. But them also, their demeanor, their attitude, their language, everything about them suggests that there is something else. And they realize that the power is theirs. This is not something where there's nobody frowning about, nobody now use me. They now know that this is their power, they might use them. This is their power. And it's an amazing thing. It's a journey. It's a journey for the Jamaican people to come to this conclusion. And I hope to God that this was happening across the country. I don't get all the reports yet, but I really wanted to do this voice note about what happened in the corporate area today. So I made some phone calls when I came back home. And I asked a question of a couple of people. I asked one question. I outlined this to them. I asked the people down by Trafalgar and Vineyard Town nomination. I asked the people down by Southwest St. Andrew nomination. I asked around. And we don't have the Dunce people that work, that is part of the resistance. And they say, Comrade Cross, this is what we're seeing. This is how it was all day. There is a level of maturity in the people that came out to support their candidates. That level of maturity that says, we know what is at stake and we know that we are the major player in this poker game. They know that is their demeanor. That is their action today. That is how they were behaving today. Nobody was asking where the money there. Nobody was asking when we don't get no drink. And if that was happening somewhere else, I don't get that report yet. But I just ask around. I ask about Vineyard Town and Trafalgar. And I ask about Southwest St. Andrew. I asked about a couple of places. I said, what was it like? Don't tell me, that I'm talking about the crowd. I'm talking about the mood of the people. The mood, the demeanor of the people. That realization on their face and in their attitude that this is their thing. Nobody else's. This is their thing. And that was refreshing. And that was great. And I am so happy. And I'm so blessed. And I'm so thankful that I am here to witness this. I'm so glad that I am here to see this, to be a part of this. And so I want to thank the PMP people that we rub shoulders with today. We talk with, we boom fist with, we laugh with. I want to thank you all for being that today, what you were. I want to thank the PMP people who came out and looking nice and looking sweet and looking purposeful and looking strident and look like you all understand what is happening and what is at stake and what the role is that you play in all of this. And I want to thank you for including me in that. When I do the videos and when I talk to you, I want to thank you for that. It's a privilege and it's a honor. I want to thank the Labourite people as well for their hospitality, their camaraderie, the jokes, the lots of love that I get from them. I want to thank them for being themselves, for being them, for exercising what they thought was the best way to show that they are Jamaicans, and that is to be kind and friendly and to laugh and to joke and to hug. The amount of Labourites that hug me today, I've never been hugged by so many Labourites in my life. And I'm talking about hello hug, I'm talking about real hug. And if you remember my New Year's voice note, when I said to you that at Christmas, this last Christmas gone, hugging was a big thing going on around here in the community. And it felt great. It felt great when a man rode down on a bicycle and shout me. I said, Mr. Tootsie, why you not stout in there? And you bring the stout, come here and come off a bicycle. And say, I'm hug you up. And he said, Merry Christmas, man. And it felt great. So everybody that came by for some dinner, for a little something, for a buckle or something, there was a hug. And that hugging was real again today. And it felt great to be hugged by people, real people. People who just want to show that, yeah, I see you, you see me and you speak the same language, but dip on one side, you dip on one side, but we're really just in one space representing the one thing, and that is Jamaica. And we recognize our humanity today. Today was a day when we all recognize our humanity, that we were all the same shape by the hands of the Almighty, on two opposite political divide, but recognize that both of them serve us, and all we want is for them to serve us well. And so that brings me to Venetia Phillips. And nobody cuss out Venetia Phillips for her switch to the Labour Party like I did. Nobody. I mean, I take back nothing what I say. Everything what I say, I stand by it. I mean, I take back nothing. But I had to see it today. Had to be there today. And I think I wanted to be there to find out and to see how real it was, and if it's temporary, and if it's something that could be regretful. And I am not going to say that I was totally happy about it, but I can tell you this: when I saw Venetia Phillips coming out of the crowd and all the people holding on to her, this was not about a PMP who switched to GLP for just come run for the GLP and them getting a PMP seat. This was different. There's something different about it. I was disappointed that there was something different about it. I was. Admittedly so. I am admitting to you that what I expected, I didn't see, I didn't get, and I was disappointed. I was expecting to see Venetia Phillips and her face looking grateful and she looking, and the laborites maybe just saying, frowning and not accepting. And I was looking forward to that. And I was disappointed. But I'm not disappointed. I am not disappointed. I think it just fell. I was expecting it, but then it just fell, and that fell, and everything else come together, and there was Venetia. Happy. She's happy. She's happy. She's embraced by the people around her. They love her. They welcome her. Minister Favor Williams, her own demeanor, her own smiles, although Minister Favor have a smile that could be construed as kind of a plastic smile. And no disrespect to the minister, but the minister have kind of a plastic smile. Look like a smile that she practiced for years. Or is a political smile. I don't know. But Minister Favor have a smile. She does. Have a particular smile that doesn't change. For no, it's not a seasonal smile. It's a smile that is pasted onto her face. As soon as you see her, that's a smile that comes up. However, today when she went halfway to greet Venetia coming down, and she and Venetia was holding and hugging up and put up them face, that smile changed. I kid you not. Tell you that I do body language. I am deep into body language. The moment that she and Venetia met in the middle there, her smile changed from the usual plastic permanent smile that she has, that smile that she can just whip out at any minute. It changed, and there was a little camaraderie. There was a feeling or a moment between them that you felt that they don't know each other all that well, and they are not friends, but they're already comfortable in each other's space. That's what I saw. There is Favor, there is Venetia. They're not really friends. They don't know each other well. Them don't come from the same background. Them not coming from far. Them never eat and drink and hang out together. But they are exhibiting now a level of comfort that is rarely seen in a political dynamic such as this. This was a strange political dynamic where a genuine desire for something good to happen is being shown between two people who really have nothing in common and don't know each other and are not really friends. That is the body language that I saw in the way that Favor put her arms around Venetia. And she didn't just put her arms around Venetia. When people put their arms around you and the arm is barely touching you, it's not a genuine hug, it's not a genuine harm thing. But she put her arm around Venetia and she pressed her fingers into Venetia. And that was a hug. That was pulling her closer to me and say, I'm with you. Her fingers, her four fingers are pressed against Venetia's midriff to her left and like pulling her towards her. That was a genuine hug. And then Venetia's hands over Favor's shoulders. For the cameras, yes, but you can tell that when person put them hand around you from your shoulder, you're going to expect either the hand is going to slouch off to the back, or the hand is going to move forward and slouch over to the front, or it can slide over to the shoulder of the person. But not this one. This one was genuinely firmly set on Favor's shoulders to show also that I appreciate you. I am glad I am here with you. That's basically what both of them body language was showing. And it was impressive. It was. And the coordination was simple. The coordination was simple but classy and classic. Venetia got her 6 people and walked in with her 6 people and went and got nominated. And when she came out, I got an exclusive interview. Lucky me. I got an exclusive interview before she went and spoke to the media. I got my exclusive before she went and spoke to the media. Yeah, I feel privileged about that, and I thank her for that. So there was a lot of bantering out there. We bantered, but the bantering was friendly. There was nothing negative, and we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves on the day. So I'm going to share with you a few snippets, a snippet of the very short interview that I did with Venetia, and probably I don't, and I'm going to show you the snippet of the labor rights answering me when I say to them, when they were there also saying, we're ready. And I asked them, ready for what? I asked them the very same question that I asked Carl Kirkland. I said, ready for what? And they belt it out, and they drummed it out, and they were pushing it out, ready for this, ready for that. Not repeating what them say, you will see when I put it out. That's what I'm ready for, but him couldn't tell what I'm ready for. When he come up there, there's a contrast. The contrast there is a slogan that has no vision and has no message. A slogan. And Carl Kirkland, as the secretary for the region, should be a chief messenger for the party in Region 3. And if there's a message for the party in Region 3, one of the chief surrogates should be carrying that message. Because him is the Region 3 secretary. So naturally, him is a surrogate. Him do have to be named or appointed. The regional chairman, the regional secretary, the constituency chairman, the constituency secretary. Those are surrogates for the party and the party message. But if you don't have no message, the surrogates them can't carry it. And if the message don't seem right to the surrogates, them can't carry it either. So time come is not a message. It's a fool little 2 words, something that them come up with because them lazy and them minds lazy and them don't have anything to say to the Jamaican people. And then him come up now, we're ready, which is a long time thing that both political parties use. We're ready. But then you can't be using the word we're ready and not ready for somebody asking you, ready for what? What are you ready for? And he was not ready for me to ask him that question, ready for what? He was not ready for that. So I'm not ready. Time couldn't ready for me asking that question. I'm never ready for what might come next. I don't know what exactly why I'm come serve in front of him when I'm never ready. You know you're not ready to answer questions and a simple question. I wasn't going to grill him. I just want to know. So how you feel, what happening now? But we're ready. Ready for what? And you're stuck. You're stumped. Totally stumped about being able to say what you're ready for. I asked the laborers, and the laborers were chanting, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready. And I chimed in, ready for what? And they never hesitated. They never hesitated. So I just wanted to share those little anecdotes and my thoughts on the corporate area, Region 3, nominations, and the places that I went to, and my own view of how things went with that. It is said that a nomination day showing could be an indication of where the election is heading. And if you look across social media and look at all the nominations showing PMP looking good, JLP looking better. That's a fact of life. I mean, you can't escape that. It's a reality. Yeah, some PMP places looking good, some PMP places falling apart. So I'm going to share this short interview with Venetia Phillips, this clip of Venetia Phillips, the clip with Carl Kirkland, and the clip with the labor rights them for you to enjoy. Well, I don't know, at least watch, laugh, I don't know, pitch over, do anything you want to do with it. And hoping to do a live pretty soon. Don't know yet. Pretty soon, maybe Tuesday. But we're going to be doing a live to analyze the entire nomination day and continue to look at the regions and the constituencies and the divisions that need to come home for the PMP. And are going to be looking at that for you and share some more insights with you as we go forward. Thank you for listening to my rant again. I thank the PMP people and the JLP people who accommodated me today and made me feel welcome and at ease. You have no idea how much that meant to me. God bless you all of you, all Jamaicans. God bless you. God keep you safe and shine His light upon you and give you grace and faith. Continue to keep it the way it is, real and peaceful and calm and purposeful. Go about your business and do what you need to do for your respective parties and respective candidates. Do it clean and do it peaceful. Do it like you did it today. Today you were generals. Today you were gods. You behaved impeccably. And I'm absolutely, absolutely, awesomely proud of both sides of you. God bless you both. God bless you all. Thank you for listening to my rant. Stay safe, everybody, and keep the children safe. Carl Kirkland, the Secretary for Region 3, here in the Waterloo Division to support one of the Region 3 candidate, Comrade Jennifer Clark. You have anything to say? Ready for what?
Comrade.
No, actually ready for what?
We are ready to be nominated.
Oh, you're ready to be nominated? Yeah, don't much of a thing, man. Well, the regional secretary said I'm ready to be nominated. Ready for what? Ready for what? Ready for what? Ready for what? Venetia Phillips have just been nominated and I'm waiting to get an exclusive interview from her. So here she comes and I am hoping to get this exclusive interview with the candidate for the JLP for the Papi Division, Venetia.
Socialist Director, how are you doing?
I am doing great, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Alright, tell me the real truth on why you left the PNP.
Because as you know, the PNP that you and I grew up in, it's long gone. And it has been ripped and gutted by Mark Golding and his friends. And so it is painful to watch what has happened to an over 80-year-old movement.